Hey, welcome back to Laggin Out, guys. My name is Hiro, and you're watching the Laggin Out. I'm finally getting to the main event, folks. Metriod Dread. Metriod Dread has officially become the king of Get Good, sucker. I love this game. In this game, you have a new mechanic, and it's called the Run the Fuck Away mechanic. The overall story is simple. Sometime after fusion, the Galactic Federation receives a video from an unknown source showing an X-parasite alive and in the wild. They discovered that the source of it is a planet that they've dubbed ZDR. So they sent, in order to prevent the X-parasite from infecting anything organic that they send down to the planet, they sent a team of 7 EMMI research bots to investigate. Shortly after they make landfall, these EMMI research bots have connection lost. They don't know what's going on. These robots are damn near indestructible. They are the culmination of the science team's biggest, baddest research technology. They're designed to survive any environment, and they're designed to collect specimens. So they call in Samus and send her down to the planet to recover the EMMI, because these are some expensive bots. Well, she gets down to the planet, and within moments of disembarking from her ship, looks around and she encounters a Chozo in a power suit. He attacks her, and normally she wouldn't fight back because it's a Chozo. Normally she'd just be like, oh, okay. Hey, what up, dude? Come to find out, he's hostile. So she fights him. The fight lasts all of a handful of seconds, and she loses consciousness. She wakes up. 99% of her suit's functionality has been removed, and she's like, I don't know what's going on. So she goes to explore a little bit. Within seconds of going to the next location, she encounters one of the EMMI bots, and it's hostile towards her. It starts approaching her. This is, by the way, a 2D side-scroller, so you only have so many angles to work with. You shoot it from several angles. Within seconds of going to the next room to investigate, you locate an AI unit that looks like a brain that's outside of its container, and it looks destroyed. She touches it in investigation, and she receives a power upgrade, a weapon upgrade called the Omni Beam. Okay, well, you use the Omni Beam to leave the room, and you walk out of the room, and there you go. You encounter the EMMI. You point at it from various directions and shoot the beam at it, and it's not going to work. It doesn't work. So you target an obvious weak point, which is a big glowing eye, basically. Every Nintendo game just about shows off the weak point with a big glowing point. You aim at it, you charge up the beam, you blast it, it destroys the EMMI. You get an upgrade from the EMMI unit. You move on, and you connect the network nodes back to your ship, quote unquote. And Adam is the name of the AI of her ship, aka Adam Malkovich, tells you, hey, you just encountered an EMMI. Turns out that the creature that you just encountered was known, that you encountered before that is known as Ravenbeak, Chozo warrior tribe leader. It says, as you are, you're not able to stand up to him, so you need to explore more to figure out what's going on. And by the way, you're no match for the EMMI units because their technology is so advanced, none of your conventional weapons will work. You need, the best case scenario is to run until you can find more of that energy that you used to activate the Omni Beam. So you move on, you explore the entire planet. This is a huge game. There is a myriad of enemies, and all the bosses are hard. You need to be on point with your tactics, on point with your button reaction time. There's no quick time events like you see in some of these other games that have come out in recent years. It's all about platforming, avoiding. There's multiple ways to defeat several bosses. There's a point when you get the Morph Ball Bomb and a couple other items. It's called a sequence break, where you break the sequence that the developers originally intended for you to acquire upgrades to continue the story. I found it unintentionally but intentionally. Alright, I went to fight Kraid. I died against him no less than 10 times. I got so aggravated, I just wasn't good. But I also discovered that there was another method to defeating him. And I'd seen it. I'd seen the Morph Ball Bomb point. There's like a Morph Ball chute that you could go through in that arena. I've seen it, but I could not access it because I needed a Morph Ball Bomb. Found a way to get to it, and I saw the route that I was supposed to take. I'm like, oh, so I need to do a fancy jump. I can't jump that way normally. I can't run across a screen like that. So I'd have to Morph Ball up to a certain point, do this special jump. It took me no less than 45 minutes before I finally got it. Made my way over to the Morph Ball Bomb, went back to fight Kraid. Come to find out, the developers did not intend for you to ever find that. Intended for it to be a reward for people who did find that route. I beat Kraid, 5-minute boss fight, reduced down to 2 minutes. You go through all these bosses, all these unique mechanics, all these incredible maps and puzzles, and the story continues on. You find out that Ravenbeak kept a single scientist of the science tribe alive. So the Chozo actually, apparently, up to this point, were near extinction. Previously, I had thought that the Chozo were extinct. They're a bird race, by the way, so hence the name Ravenbeak. There is a leader of the science tribe left alive. He explains to you that Ravenbeak was planning to use, of the warrior tribe, was planning to use the Metroids for galactic domination. And his plans were foiled because Samus destroyed all of the Metroids. And the science guy explains that the only source of Metroid DNA left, in the universe now, is Samus. Because the Metroid vaccine that was injected into Samus's body had binded with her genetics, which is why she ended up having some Metroid characteristics in the previous game. So Ravenbeak intended to use the EMMIs from the Galactic Federation to collect a sample of her DNA so that he could recreate the Metroids from her DNA. In an effort to drive her out of hiding so that the EMMIs could hunt her down, he releases from a quarantine location, he unlocks the specimens of all the X-parasites on the planet. Come to find out, Ravenbeak had sent that transmission of a video file of an X-parasite alive and out in the wild. And he had more, so he released them onto the planet. At this point, within an hour of this happening, you find out that the X-parasite has